Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. We are continuing the lesson, and we are going to be looking at plurals as we've been doing in previous lessons. All right. Previously, we ended on this part, so I just wanted to emphasize more on this one. Aina dhahabta ya akhi? Aina dhahabta ya akhi? And you can look at this one as when we are addressing a male present, we use the habta. This is a verbal sentence. The habta. Where are you going, oh brother? So when we are addressing a masculine person who is present, we use the ta. Let me bring in my annotation here. This is where we are talking about. We use a ta. And when you're addressing masculine, plural, we use person who is there, like a group of male persons. We say, Aina dhahabtum ya ikhwani. So look at this, dhahabtum. This is what we are looking at. This is plural, or this is jam'u, mudhakkar salim. Okay, let's look at when it is feminine. We say aina dhahabti. Aina dhahabti. Look at this. Aina dhahabti ya ikhwati. So we are addressing to my sister who is present. You say aina dhahabti because the person is present. So look at the difference. Ta and ti. It's referring to the second person who is present. And when there are many sisters, my sisters, they say aina dhahabtumna. Aina dhahabtunna. This is representing Antuna. So take note of that. So when you respond, if you are the sister and you respond, you say Ana dhahabtu. You always, if you're a sister or brother responding, you say Ana dhahabtu. We only use the same Ana dhahabtu. Ana dhahabtu. So also when you're responding and to a group of male or females, you say nahn. It's the same. Nahn, we are going. Dhahabna is then you say where you are going. So it's nahn and ana. They all apply to first female and okay, let's continue to look at this one. Is so they wanted to highlight, and let's move it. Let me clear this. How do I clear? Yes, cleared. Okay. Right, let's look at the new words here. Qabla is before, ba'da after, kaifa how, mata when, isbu the week, shahr the month, al-udani calling, and what else? Rajul, raja'a, retained, he retained. This is the jumla fi'liya, raja'a, he retained. We'll learn about more verbs in book 2, and here we just passing. Ikhtibarun, which is an exam. And the concept here, let's look at mudamair and Tesla. We know we've attached this is Tesla and huwa talibun. We've learned about damair in previous lessons, in lesson number 5, if you can still remember. we learned about pronouns. This is just a revision and how you apply them with other nouns. And this is how we learned. I want you to go through them. We have already done that, and I don't see it is any problem. We are going to start a new lesson in Madinah book, but we are continuing with the same concept of plurals. So we just want to wrap up on plurals, jam'u, and see some of the concepts that we've been talking in previous lesson. This lesson number 16 says, لمن هذه الإقلام أقلام يا محمد يا محمد. So for who are these pens? I want you to take note of this ismu ishara هذه and this plural al-iklam. Al-iklam is plural for pens, which is kalamun, iklamun, which is pens. So the pens. So it's asking here, the teacher is asking for whose are these pens. So why are you using هذه? Remember we mentioned that كل جمع مؤنث. And why are you saying كل جمع? Because all highly active non-human things, when they are put together and they are in plural, they are referred as مؤنث, meaning they are female. So you cannot say لمن هؤلاء. As much as this is plural, but you cannot use that pronoun, that demonstrative pronoun had, هؤلاء وهذا. So we use هذه referring to جمع مؤنث. So this is the concept. لمن هذه الأقلام, these are pens. So you need to understand the concept of كل جمع مؤنث, all non-human plural are feminine. This is the concept. Yearly ya ustad. So this is mine. So here, look at how they are being referred as here, meaning they are feminine. Yes, they are feminine. Here is feminine. So they are mine. Here jumla, here jamilatun jiddan. So they are, look at how the teacher continued to refer to the pens as a here. This is the main concept that we are looking at here. Collegiamo mu'annath. And look at how the description comes. This is the descriptive of aklam, jamilatun. If it was kalamun, we say kalamun jamilun, aklamu jamilatun. Take note of this. وهذه الكتب الجديدة هي لك. Look at the same concept that is applying. Now we have kutubun. If you know that kutubun is plural for kitabun. So al-kitabu, al-kutubu. The kutubu is jamu for kitabun, for al-kitabu. So if it was one book, we say hadha al-kitabu al-jadidu. But now it's kuli jamu mu'annath. So we now say hadhihi. We refer them to as hadhihi. We refer to them as hadhihi. Hadhihi al-kutubu al-jadidu. This is, remember we learned about nan manut, describing the books. The books are you. Yes, the books are you. The new books. So you say the new books are here later. So it's asked, are they yours? Or are they, yes, say, are they yours? Here, Hamid. So this is the Islam. Islam is very learn about this concept, inshallah, in other lessons, but just know this la is not this is a lam for possession. Different kinds of lam, but this one is referring is for. Okay. Aina dafatiru. Dafatirukum ya one. Look at this. Dafatiru. This is plural for daftur. So where are your books? And look at this pronoun attached to dafatiru. So dafatirukum. So referring to this one, the present brothers here, where are your books? And they say here, ala hadha al-maktabi. So we now have here referring to the books. Why here to the books? Because we said jamu, kuli jamu, and so they are feminine as long as they are plural. So this is it. Let's look at some of the exercises as we start some of the concepts. Ta'amal. Ta'amal means study. So we're going to study this. Ta'amal al-mitala al-atiya. So we're going to see, to study. Ta'amal is to study. So you're going to meet this word in most cases. Ta'amal, you know, it's just you're studying the concept. Ta'amal al-mitala, which is the example that follows. Let's see the examples. Al-mufrad says, هذا طالب جديد. هذا طالب جديد. This is singular. Mufrad is singular. This is other. This student is new. جديد is new. This student is new. هو من بلجيكا. Belgica is Belgium. Belgica is Belgium. So he is from Belgium. So what about if you see a group of students who are new? What do you say? This is now plural. You say ha-ulai. Remember, ha-ulai refers plural, which is a demonstrative pronoun for something that is near. In this case, it refers to humans. So ha-ulai tulabu jududun. Look at jududun. Here we had jadidun because it was singular, talibun. Now we now have tulabun, we now have jududun. So it means the nat also changes into plural. So you need to know the plurals of the nat as well, like we learned in previous lessons. Jadidun is jududun if we are referring to adil or to humans. And the pronouns goes min Algiaka, which is Belgium, and look at huwa and hum. So it's huwa referring to singular person, hum referring to plural person. And mufrad for mu'annath, we say, let's look at Hail Akli now. This is the concept that we emphasized in the lesson, in the passage. Hada kitabu jadidun. Hada kitabu jadidun. This is new book. Huwa min Belgica. So this is from Belgium as well. Look at the demonstrative pronoun used, hada. And why? Because kitabun jadidun is in singular form. Although this is highly active, they use the same hada for active, hada for highly active, and huwa for both active and highly active. But let's look at when it is plural. الجمع هذه كتب جديدة. Look at the changes. كتب, which means a plural for كتاب, is كتب, and جديدة is now feminine. Why? Because you now have the term marbuta, which represents the feminine. It's now جديدة, and this means كتب. This is plural for kitabun. It's now in feminine. Why? Because we say kuli jamu mu'annath, and we refer them as hadihi. And when we refer to feminine, um, we say here, which no longer huwa, because this is feminine. Here mean Balenciaga. So, and this is from Belgium. So I want you to take note of the differences. If you master these differences and understand them, you know these principles are the ones that we're going to use in most cases. So you need to understand the difference of these um, concepts. So we are going to be looking further at some of the exercises here. How will المبتدأ في كل من جمل الآتية إلى الجمع. So we have been doing this in previous lessons since we studied plurals, and I know, and now you now understand some of these words. هذا نجم. Why هذا نجم? Let's look at the example. هذا بيت. هذه بيوت. This is a house. This is a house. These are houses. بيوت is now هذه. And najmun, nujumun, these are stars. So how do we refer to them? We refer to them as hadihi. Why? Ulijamu mu'annath. All non-human things, when they are plural, we call them feminine. So this is the concept that we need to take note of. And all these are jama'u al jama'u mu'annath. We look at this. So I know you are able to do this. So we're going to rush. Other kalamun, aklamun. We'll actually refer to this one in the example, and we say hadi. So we are going to fill this is in the example, which is very simple. But I just want to take note of the last ones here. They say dalika najmun. You see the change here of dalika. It's now ismu ishara. We learned about this ismu ishara, the ba'id, mufrad the ba'id. So when you are referring to one star that is far from you, you say dalika najmun. That is a star. And when we say kuli jamum anad, we also change dalika into tilka, because dalika refers to masculine and tilka refers to feminine. So we refer them as tilka najumun. So take note of that. Tilka sayara, and when sayara is in plural, is sayaratun, and we refer to that as tilka as well. So this should be very easy for you. Alhamdulillah, we are doing the same here. It's very simple. We are going to either use appropriate other, hadihi, haulai, using these words. I'm gonna say haulai. We say haulai rajulu. We say hadihi rijalu, hada rajulu, or hada rijal. So I am not going to give you any hint on this one, but I'm going to emphasize that kuli jamo mu'annath, and when you are referring to humans, we use if they are plural, we use haulai. If they are singular, we use hada and hadihi, respectively, for male and female. So I want you to go through all this. It's just the same. We've been doing this in previous lessons, so that's why I'm moving fast, because I know you're able to complete this. Talibun is this with what changed here is the ismu ishara. Now we are using dalika, tilka, ulaika, and we said dalika refers to masculine, masculine, that is first one person, or masculine, yes, masculine, which is far and is singular. We say dalika. And tilka, kuli jamu mu'annath, and also feminine, all feminine things we use tilka. So I've given you a hint. Aulaika we use for both feminine and masculine khair. Khair, not khayl, but akil. those are humans. So with humans, use أولئك or هؤلاء. So I want you to complete this. This is very simple. How do we say? Do we say هذا? Do we say ذلك طالب or تلك طالب or أولئك طالب? Why? And the concept. So I just want you to go through all these concepts. Sure. Let me just emphasize again on this and say هذا طالب. We are using for actually. Actually, we said anything that is human is acting. So we say هذا طالب. This is a student. هؤلاء طلاب. See, you use هؤلاء for طلاب. Say هذا طالب. But when we are in highly in akil, the feminine, we say هذه طالبات. طالبات and say هؤلاء طالبات. This is the same concept. هؤلاء for akil we use the same, but for feminine we use هذه and هذا for masculine. And we also the same akil. ذلك طالب أولئك طلاب تلك طالب أولئك طالبات. So take note of the differences and the similarities here. تلك وذلك أولئك وأولئك same. هؤلاء هذه هذا. This is the same. So it's the same concept, and we are moving here highly active. We mentioned that كل جمع مؤنث. Let's look at that. هذا بيت هذه بيوت. كل جمع مؤنث. هذه سيارة هذه سيارات. Because سيارات is plural for سيارة and كل جمع مؤنث we use هذه both are feminine. تلك سيارة تلك سيارات both are feminine. Why? Because كل جمع مؤنث سيارات is plural for سيارة which is singular feminine. ذلك بيت and تلك بيوت. Why تلك بيوت? Because بيوت is jamu for baytun, which can highly ugly becomes kuli jamu mu'annath. So this is very simple. I hope you're able to understand this, and we are going to read and see the concept in application here in this lesson. Abwabul masjid maftuha. Let's look at this. This is Abwabul Masjid. So this is Mudaf or Mudafile. Abwabul Masjid. Abwabul Masjid. Mudaf. Albab. Abwabu. These are doors. So if it's one, it's Babun. And if it's plural, it's Abwab. So Abwabul Masjid Maftuha. And look at this. When you are addressing Kuli Jamu Mu'anat, the nat also becomes mu'annath, and this is maftuha. Look at this maftuha. Why? Because al-bawabu is kuli jamu mu'annath. Liman hadhihi al-buyut al-jadida. And look at this al-jadidatu. Here is the same concept. Why al-jadidatu, not al-jadidu? Because buyutu is referred as mu'annath. Also, we are seeing hadhihi is ishara from another. So for whose liman hadhihi al-buyut jadid. For who is this? These doors are new. These doors. So it's now doors. No, the houses. Sorry, confused by bawab, which say doors, and this buyut is houses. So for whose these houses. So other here لمدير شركة. This is for director of the company here. So look at here how here is being used here. Here because buyutu is jamu mu'annath and kuli jamu mu'annath. النجوم جميلة. Look at this. This is how the sentences are constructed. Even when you're constructing your own sentence in your own speeches, you use this correctly. النجوم جميلة. جميلة. Why Jamilatun? Because uh, we put a descriptive that is feminine because this one's called Jamu. هذه دروس سهلة. So the concept is the same. I want you to read and pick up why we are using feminine instead of masculine and why not using masculine. So this concept is just the same as we are. And include Jamu Mu'annath. Okay, so take note of that. If something is highly ugly, in this Jamu becomes descriptive, becomes Mu'annath. And when you're pointing at it, it becomes Mu'annath as well. أجب أن أسئلة أين كتب جديد. This is answer this. I know you are able to answer this way. Are the new books أين is where. So the answers are actually in the passage that we in this thing in this lessons. So I hope you're going to pick all these. We have questions here. So the concept is the one that we are much concerned about here. So how will al-mubtada في كل الجملة الآتية للجمع. So we're also changing here. We said how awal is to change. So this is a command to change the mubtada. Remember the mubtada is from jumla jumla islamiyya, which is the noun is the nominal sentence that we've been learning past how they start with the mubtada and the khabar. So they are saying change the mubtada into jamu. So let's look at how it is. هذا قلم جديد. Let's look at the example given here. الباب مفتوح. Look at this. This is masculine because babun is masculine and maftuhun is masculine. But let's look at when they are jamu. Al-abwabu maftuha. This is the mubtada now. Abwabu is now in plural, which we could kuli jamu anad. Kuli jamu anad, which is al-babu is highly active, so it changes into presented to be feminine. So we also have the habarun as feminine. That's why we have to here. So this is the same we are going to be changing other kalamun jadidun. If we change kalamun into aklamun, because this is the mubtada, we say hadihi aklamun jadida. So we are going to be doing the same. We just emphasize what we have learned previously, and I hope you're not going to have any problems with that. ضافي الأماكن الخلية في أخبارا مناسبة. So this one requires us to put the correct mubtada. Remember the correct khabar. Remember we said the nominal sentence made up of a mubtada and a khabar. And we are given a mubtada. Previously we were given a khabar. Now we are given a mubtada, and they now need us to put a khabar. So if you're given al-baytu, what do you say? Al-buyutu. You need to understand and know the plurals of singular words. This is al-buyut or al-bayt. Al-bayt and the plural is buyut. Not so this is singular. So al-bayt, what do you say? Jadidun or jadida? You need to figure out that. So you put the correct one that describes the mubtada or that completes the mubtada. Al-babu, what do you say? Kabiru or kabira, for example. So I want you to go through all this to show that you've understood the concepts of jamu mu'annath, kuli jamu mu'annath. So I want you to go through hata jamu kalimat al-atiya. So here we're just emphasizing and we're just practicing what we've learned in previous lessons about plurals. Babun, what is the hata? Hata is to give jamu for the following words. Give jamu hata. So if you say hata, Jamu hata is to give. If um plural for these words, babu, bayitun, bayitun, house, babu, door, house, najmun, star, kalamu, pen. We have learned this from the starting of the book, so this must be very easy for you, and should be able to get the plurals correct. This is a way to exercise and try to retain some of the plurals that we have been learning in previous lessons, and I hope you will be able to do that without any problem. Let's look at some of the new words here. Sharika and Sharikat, which is the director, the company. Sorry, Sharika is the company. So companies is the plural, and Rahisun, boss, and Omisun, Swan, Sheds, the Sheds, Deed, Sharika. This is the director of the company. So I hope it's well with you now. Okay, I think we have to end here. The next lesson we're doing numbers, and inshallah we are going to be advised. We've been starting something new in numbers. And I hope you enjoyed the lesson and you're going to continue following lessons, benefiting it, inshallah. Jazakallah khairan. Alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala.